It's been a while. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just winning some tag championships. Hopefully I can find a way of bringing you the footage of this tag team championship match and probably leave it down in the comments once I eventually find it. But of course, make sure you check out the community page because every time there's a match that I think you'd like to watch, I'll pop it on there. But anyway, it's time for some TEW. Yes, we're back. Total Extreme Wrestling with PWG. Of course, we are Jeff Jarrett as the owner of PWG. This is briefly what happened in the last event that we ran, the Kurt Russell reunion. And as you can see, the Kings of Wrestling defeated American Wolves. I got a 77. We've got a good angle with Jay Lethal, Kevin Steen, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, etc. And that all led on to a 67 rated. And we had an angle with Jay Lethal at the beginning of the event, 75. The show rating was a 66 overall, and the attendance was just short of 2,000, 1,900. So we are getting quite a lot on the Omega Network. 25,000 people watched that back, which is good. We've gone up around about 6,000 people since we started with our own broadcast of our own shows, which is fantastic. To have a look, our momentum is up to 65%. I have started creating storylines, and I'll go into that a little bit more when we look into it. Just a reminder, because I know it's been a while, Jay Lethal is our current PWG World Champion, and we do have Nick and Matt Jackson as the Tag Team Champions. I am thinking about doing a mid-card title, and of course, once we start getting more women's wrestlers in there, we'll have a women's wrestling championship as well. But for now, I think we've only got 4 wrestlers, so I haven't really thought about bringing anybody in that much for that. The last thing I do want to check is the finances, just to show you. Actually, we'll look at popularity. We're doing all right with finances. We actually are still gaining a profit, despite obviously opening up our network and having a bit of a better product going forward. So that's fantastic, and the size is going up across the different regions that we are working in. Of course, Southwest being our actual region, Tri-State 24, there's a couple on 24, and even across the Canada, which we are also running in, that's going up as well, and the UK too. So if you take a look at the British Isles, that's now gone up to a 13. So we are actually increasing our popularity across all of these different regions, which is fantastic. I've already booked the show. Let's run it. Okay, we did have a few absent workers for today, but we managed to get by. In fact, most of these now we haven't really used for the last few shows for the exact same reason. So they are all in the NWA territory. So we are going to start off Delirious and Chuck Taylor in a pre-show match. In a pre-show match, decent wrestling, little heat. Delirious defeated Chuck Taylor by pinfall. That's good. 53 ratings, very decent for a pre-show. Let's move forward. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Okay, a 57 rated match there. And about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Adam Cole defeated Johnny Gargano in 10:49 by pinfall, Panama Sunrise. This is part of a new storyline that we have between the two. The Gargano versus Cole storyline has started with this segment. Cole had an off game, but that's fine. He still had a 44. Gargano with a 62. He's so good. But for now, the heel did pick up the win. And a 57 rated segment. I'm pleased with that. And then went on to a little bit of a segment where a freestyle angle, where Adam Cole called out Johnny Gargano, really. Just kind of, it lost heat, but that's annoying. But he had the freedom to go off script and perform well. I don't understand how it's lost heat, but there we go. Never mind. Right, the Briscoes versus the Havana Pitbulls. A 67 rated match. And I genuinely think the Briscoes are just really, really good. Like Mark Briscoe, a 69 rated again. Ricky Reyes had an off game. He had 52. That's still decent. They are obviously showing great chemistry, teaming together. So the Briscoes right now, I'm thinking, are going to be like the next contenders after the future storyline that we're going to run with the tag team belts. 67 rated, very happy with that. Okay, then we had an angle after where they gave him a bit of a beatdown. So there we go. They attack, and they beat both Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero into the canvas. 33 rated segment. Never mind. Okay, 68 rated. Oh my god, the ratings are so high. We're going to have to just stop doing angles because the ratings are so good. And about that had great wrestling, but little heat. Ricochet defeated Matt Cross, and Yuhan Nation in 12:05 when Ricochet pinned Matt Cross with a chocolate rain. So, Ricochet had a 64, Matt Cross a 60, and Yuhan Nation a 59. Yuhan Nation took a stump bump during that match, a 68 rated match in total. It is fantastic. I really wanted to do like a triple threat with these guys. Obviously, they're all three faces, which is the reason why it probably had very little heat. But this was a high spots match. So, we built up to it. High spots match. There we go. I think that'd just be a really good match, to be fair. Then we have Ayako Hamada, versus Rebecca Knox. Decent, 45. Rebecca Knox only a 29 though. Okay, as planned, the match brought the fans down a little bit, so we bring them down. Don't want to bring them up too high and then they get too tired. 3-star segment with Jeff Jarrett. I thought that would do a little bit better because he's supposed to be like a star and being really good on the mic. Just as 44 rated. Gets the crowd hotter though. Into a 66 rated. Here we go. So this was a technical masterclass is what I put on here. And about that, superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Jonathan Gresham defeated Roderick Strong in 15:46 by pinfall with a 6:30 splash. Nice. Jonathan Gresham had a 70 in ring. Roderick Strong had a 63. That is so good. When I see things like that, it reminds me, well, it just like puts a little planting a seed in my head, thinking these two guys can pull off a big rating for you, Luke, when you put them together. So we need to remember that. Down to 51 rating though, so did get the crowd hotter though. A decent wrestling, but little heat. 2.0 defeated the Fighting Boys when Jagged pinned Ryan Taylor with the Jagged Edge. Just a 51 rating, never mind. Okay, 81, wow. Jay Lethal challenges Kenny Omega. And in order to get it, he says he'll put the title on the line in the match. The world title storyline has started with this segment. He worked the crowd well, using the freedom to improvise to his advantage. This is amazing. So that is very, very good. And Kenny Omega then comes out. That got us a 67 rated. Jay Lethal is in the ring and Kenny Omega comes out. He says he accepts the challenge and will face him in a match. So we'll pre-book that match in the future. So it is going to be Kenny Omega versus Jay Lethal. And I do have a plan for this going forward. And it will be a title match. So it will be at the next show. That's going to be the Battle of Los Angeles. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what's after. So for now. Okay. Well, hold on. Right now, we are at, what are we at? We're at the Worm Turns. That's the Worm Turns. It's because it's all in alphabetical order. That's really frustrating, isn't it? Never mind. I'll just remember to do it. I will just remember to do it. No, I won't be able to. I will not be able to remember it. The next scheduled is Friday, week 2, February. Okay. I have no idea. I'm just going to... Next segment. Right, okay, so 69 rated match anyway. It's the American Wolves versus the Young Bucks. And about that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. The American Wolves defeated the Young Bucks in 15:41 when Davey Richards pinned Nick Jackson with a quick roll-up. They have pinned the tag team champions. The match was a little too short. Happens. But look at the performances we had. Matt Jackson was 74. Davey Richards was 64. So, yeah. Very good. Very, very good. On to the next one. 61 rated. It's Jay Lethal versus Kevin Steen, but there's an interference, which the fans were turned off, but it leads to something. Jay Lethal had a performance of 71. Kevin Steen had a performance of 72. And Kenny Omega distracted Jay Lethal, which meant that Kevin Steen defeated Jay Lethal in 18:04 by pinfall with a package pile driver after that distraction. Whoa! It's good. It's good booking. It's just because the style of PWG, they don't like finishes like that. But hey, I think that would be really good. Okay. Then there's an angle after, a freestyle angle with Kevin Steen, Jay Lethal, and Kenny Omega. Kevin Steen did not do well with that script. Are you joking? Come on. Jay Lethal did a masterful job of improvising interactions from the crowd. Kevin Steen benefited from the groundswell, and Kenny Omega benefited as well from that groundswell too. 57 rating, that's still decent. Basically, it's Kevin Steen just trying to link up into this world title picture. So, our coming into our main event now. So we have the Kings versus Generico and London storyline, and it's starting right now. So, it's just an angle, but it's 53 rated. They did well coming off script into a match which gets an 80. Oh, come on, that's fantastic. In a match that has superb wrestling and good heat. Peligro Abias defeated the Kings of Wrestling in 20 minutes and 23 seconds when Paul London pinned Claudio Castagnoli with a London calling. Castagnoli was the weak link. Really? He was off his game. He only put in a 62. The rest of them did amazing. Chris Hero with an 81. Wow. Chris Hero and Claudio's great chemistry. The match got the crowd buzzing. Unfortunately, that's where we ended the show. But what an event. How did it perform? It got us a 74 overall. That is massive. That's very good. And that's because we had some fantastic... we had a good main event. We need to just remember we need to put on a main event. Because, hey. So... your show appeared worse because your broadcast quality, that's fine. In 24 regions, though, we should get better. So that's absolutely unbelievable. So Chris Hero's got to get a thank you for that. I think he was really good. Jonathan Gresham was another one that I remember performed really, really well. And the last one, maybe if I see a name, it will trigger something to remind me. Oh, Ricochet was decent. Ricochet did very well. So we will praise all three of them for a great performance because, hey, we got nobody who's, like, annoyed at the minute. So that speech will work really well. Everybody seems pleased. Fantastic show. The buy rates, as it will, or the ratings, whatever it is up yet again to 27,000 this time. That is massive. Now, I don't usually show you these types of things, but I thought I would today because we do need another colour commentator because Excalibur's always off doing something different. So let's bring a colour commentator in. So I'm going to try and go 65 as the minimum there for colour commentator. And if we can go down here, it'll be colour commentator there. Can't work in the USA because obviously we need them to speak English. Right, we don't care about popularity. Who do we have here? So Bobby Heenan would be amazing, but he is currently unemployed. Could he? I mean, I don't think he would. Maybe he would. Booker T is available, but he's obviously elsewhere. There are a few Brian Kelly, but he's Byron Saxton in developmental. Bryce Remsburg. Bryce Remsburg's a fantastic referee. I absolutely love Bryce Remsburg. Chris Che. Let's see. Diamond Dallas Page. Really? Imagine we brung in Diamond Dallas Page as a colour commentator. That would... There's been worse suggestions. Don Callis is definitely somebody that I'm thinking of because I absolutely love Don Callis when he was in New Japan. Ernest Miller, 48, could be a good option. I mean, he's got a lot of respect as well. No, he hasn't. Experience and reputation, he's got a lot of. Nobody respects him. Excalibur is obviously who we've got already. Jerry Lawler. Layfield's in a... What? He's at Noah. Exclusive. This is what I love. Going a little bit further, you find some really weird stuff. Larry Zbyszko. Conan, of course. He's exclusive written. Matt Morgan's already taken. So is Matt Stryker. Mauro Ranallo's only on a handshake deal, but there's no way you can do Mauro Ranallo and not be the actual commentator. Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness is a weird one, isn't it? Because if he was still a wrestler, it would be amazing because he's got fantastic skills and stuff. But colour commentator, he's amazing. Really, it's good. It's just a shame he's retired as an actual wrestler. Paul Heyman's at All Japan. Savio Vega. Shaggy 2 Dope, Steven Regal, Steve Richards. Taz, exclusive written at TNA. Okay, Vampiro. I think... I want to go with Don Callis. I want to see how much Don Callis and see if he would come in. So if we take a look at skills, we can see what he is on colour. So he's 74 on colour. He's got good psychology. Yeah, everything like that. I think it's going to be a good choice to go for. So let's see what he wants. 400 per show? Oh, yeah. Easy. I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy with that. 400 per show. Good stuff. Okay, let's see if he accepts. It does look like we can complete it. So Don Callis is now part of our commentary team. If we go here onto the announcers, we can take off Excalibur. Well, actually, we can just add him, just in case Excalibur is actually there. So Don Callis works quite well because he plays more of a heel. Although Excalibur is obviously far better at actually doing the colour commentator, he's never there. So I'm more than happy to keep Don Callis there with Tony Schiavone instead. That's a good lineup, I think, for all our events going forward. I'll tell you what I absolutely love about this game is how things that happen in real life end up happening in this game too. So we are now in March 2012. Progress has just formed. Isn't that amazing? Like, I don't know exactly off the top of my head when Progress was formed. Like, feel free to let me know in the comments if it was March 2012. But I could not find them before because I thought, well, obviously they don't exist in 2011. And here they are. And I noticed that because they just signed Casey Cassidy, who I had on my shortlist, who, as you all know from the Iconics. But I never hired her because she's from Australia and obviously costs a lot of money to bring her across. But this is mental to me. Dino Mark? I love Dino Mark. He's a very good wrestler. But because they're in the British Isles, it's going to cost a lot to do it. But I just thought I'd bring that to your attention because, to me, that's amazing. We actually have quite a lot of workers who cannot make it right now. We've got Gargano, Rocky Romero, Ricochet. So we're going to have to do with what we've got. And I think we've put on probably an epic last couple of matches. Anyway, so let's run it. We haven't gone too complicated with not a lot of angles either. A pre-show match between Delirious and Adam Page, 53 rated. Kind of as I expected, which is fine. Don Callis has joined us, by the way. Initial rating of poor, but hey, we might grow with that. But hopefully he adds to the commentary team. Good. We got the show off to a good start. 60 rated, and that is Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole who put in a 60 rated match. Yeah, for himself anyway. Shane Matthews got a 43. Jaggy got a 52. But it seemed to get the crowd hotter, which is exactly what we want. I put myself in a match, Jeff Jarrett versus Lance Storm. Too short for an important match. 12 minutes, but still, okay. Got the crowd hotter anyway. Another 51 rated match between the women, Davina Rose, Rebecca Knox, and Sarah Del Rey, where Davina Rose defeated Rebecca Knox, pinning, well, actually, she submitted Rebecca Knox. So there we go. Sarah Del Rey got a 54 rated there. Nice one. Keith Lee versus Roderick Strong. Had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Roderick Strong was off his game. Only got a 44 rated. That's a poor match there from those two. Hopefully, though, this was different. Good wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Yuha Nation defeated TJ Perkins and Matt Cross 13.42 when Yuha Nation pinned Matt Cross. So there we go. 59 rated. Matt Cross got a 57. That's good. I need to remember that. Another 57. So Jonathan Gresham and Brian Cage don't click. Right, okay. Very rarely see that. Gresham got a 60 anyway. He defeated Brian Cage by pinfall. Because of all the people that are missing, and because of the matches I knew I wanted to do, I was struggling to find somebody to face Gresham. But there we go. Okay, we got an angle for the main event. So, Kenny Omega needed a script. Really? They ever seen Kenny Omega cut an angle? Fair enough. He got a 62 rated though, which is still good. Obviously, Kevin Steen, he pinned Jay Lethal last week. So he is saying he wants a title shot and wants to be involved in tonight's title shot. So I gave him that opportunity. Triple threat for the PWG title. Kenny Omega seemed off his game. That's a shame. He still put in a 72 though. In a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat. Jay Lethal defeated Kevin Steen and Kenny Omega in 1951 when Jay Lethal pinned Kevin Steen with a lethal combination. Jay Lethal makes defense number 2 of his title. He did not pin Kenny Omega though. It gained heat for the storyline as well. Kenny Omega benefited from the groundswell of public support. Kevin Steen took a stump bump during this match and it got the crowd buzzing. That's fantastic because the next match is mental. Boom. Oh, what? I only got 63. I'm so annoyed by that. So annoyed by that. Never mind. It's a 4-way tag team match, and the winners might face the Young Bucks. very soon. In about that, superb wrestling and decent crowd reaction. Peligro, Abias defeated American Wolves, the Briscoes, and the Kings of Wrestling. I bet you're thinking that's the one team I did not expect to win it. Well, they did. The order of elimination was the Briscoes first, then American Wolves, and finally the Kings of Wrestling. Okay, so we didn't get to pick the elimination order. I would like to have done that. If you can do that, then I would like to know how to. But there we go. Jay Briscoe seemed off. What did he get? He got a 59, which was the lowest. Oh no, 58 was Eddie Edwards. What was the highest? Chris Hero again. Chris Hero, man, he's just so good, especially on this game. Okay, but it's not as good as what I thought this show was going to be. We'll finish it though. It got a 63. It still got popularity gained in 24 different regions. Oh well. I'm not actually going to make a speech. I'm just going to go and we'll just carry on and we're going to take a look at the popularity and the finances. Right, so we're actually down then on the ratings. Only got 25,000 from the last one, which was a 27,000. Okay, I'm going to go to the end of this, well, go to the next month so that we can hopefully see a change and we can see the full finances. Okay, then we finished first at 3 in the Southwest Regional Battle. That's good. Rocky Romero relocates to Japan by the looks of it. Given a warning about face bankruptcy. Ooh, oh dear. Okay, everything seems fine with us. If we take a look at our finances, we have 453,000 available. We made 25,000 last month. We're still, we got higher prestige now, up to 61% prestige, 65% momentum. That's good. We've got Titanica in 11 days' time, so that's fantastic. Right then, let's take a look at size. How have we gone up? 46, hello. So the two shows that we've put on have put us up to. That's good because we now, well, we are still 13 away from medium because obviously we need another 35 as well, which Mid-South will probably around what will get us to that. British Isles hasn't gone up. Canada? Nah, still around 16. But that is still good. That is still good. Up to a 46 in the Southwest. It will take some time, but I reckon in 3 or 4 episodes, we'll probably have around about where we need to be in the medium. That's good. Finances, then, we are looking very strong. We keep gaining money every single show, which is fantastic, of course. And we can build on this. And I think next episode, we will probably bring in another title for the mid-carders to kind of go for. And maybe I'll look to bring in some other people as well. See who's knocking around on free agency. Thank you very much for watching. This weekend we should have another WWE 2K22 video coming out, so make sure you're subscribed to check out that video too. Maybe if I get enough time I'll do another one of these, but I do have another wrestling match on the weekend that I need to prepare for and go to training for. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.